Here's the almost finished product of the roof. It's 30 feet across this direction, and you can see I put a new window in down on this end. I had installed this window in the new bathroom, well, the newly redone bathroom a year or so ago. And so I put this window in order to accommodate, this used to be a very tall window, and so I put this one in. It is a Thermistar by Pella, as you can see. And so this afternoon, what I did was took a 50-foot roll of aluminum flashing, because you have to have aluminum to come in contact with this Galvalume, which is what the actual metal roof is called. So I put in a 30-foot flashing and then came back on top of that with aluminum 4-inch by 6-inch flashing. And you can see that the 4-inch by 6-inch goes up underneath the siding. I had to cut out a strip of siding, and so I have filled the gaps with tar out of tubes. Interestingly, they've got roofing tar in tubes now, so I need to go back and smooth out the tar, make sure the gaps are filled, but that's what I've got. And this direction, it's 22 feet and 3 inches of steel, and so underneath it you can see some of my weld marks here. I welded 6-inch pieces of steel. These are called purlins, P-U-R-L-I-N. This red piece of steel here is called a purlin, and so I have 22-foot 3-inch purlins, 22-foot 1-inch purlins running this direction, and then 30-foot purlins running across. One right here, you can see the screws. Another one here, they're set 4 inches on, 4 feet on center. And then here's another one at 8 feet, one at 12, one at 16, one at 20, and since we're doing 22 feet and some inches, there's one more that is bolted into the wall. And then I have bolts going down through the roof into the 2x6s or 2x8s underneath, all along this edge, and then that edge over there also has bolts down into the 2x6 or 2x8 that is used as a joist. Up underneath the 10-inch, this is 10-inch aluminum flashing right here on the bottom. This piece right here, this is 10-inch aluminum flashing by 50 feet, and I cut off 20 feet of it, of course. Underneath that, there are 2 rows of styrofoam. It's 1-inch foam filled that is designed specifically to go underneath flashing and fill the void. Let me see if I can, I'm going to turn your angle here a little bit, see if I can get you a view of it. Don't know if you can see it up under there. It's just black, so it might be a little hard to see, and that's okay. But at any rate, have 2 rows of that all the way across to prevent any water blowing in up underneath there. And then we'll come back with some spray foam. And I've got a couple of places where the paper siding did not cooperate very well, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of repair there. And then of course you can see I painted the trim and the new section over there green, so I guess I'll have to come back and paint this whole backside green. But I'll bring over the airless paint sprayer maybe in a couple of weeks and knock that out. It has been excruciatingly hot up here. I was up here for a couple of hours earlier and just got too overheated, so went down, stayed inside until about 7 o'clock, came back up, and it is 8:05 now. So I'm going to smooth down that tar a little bit and then take all the rest of my tools and my Gatorade and go back down. This is what we had previously, this roll roofing, and I'm trusting that they took 36-inch rolls and doubled them, and it looks like they did a pretty good job of installation actually. You can see the tar leaking out from underneath, so they apparently tarred between each roll, so that it looks like the roofing was actually pretty well installed. But underneath the roofing, there are some places where I can walk and it sounds, here's one right here, this must just be either 1/2 inch or 3/8 inch plywood, which is just scary because some places you walk on this thing and it just sounds like you're going to fall through. So no one will ever fall through that roof over there. And so we've got 30 feet covered. Now I guess I've got about another 20 feet that I have to cover. So I think what I'm going to do is get 3-inch purlins come this fall, cover this deck with 3-inch purlins just like I did on this one over here, except instead of welding I may just bolt them together. And then there it is right there. I don't know if you can see my foot bouncing up and down, but that's an extremely weak spot. So just do like 3-inch purlins and then come up to this point where we go into the garage roof, which is steeper, and then flash, do some good flashing there, and then recover this roof up here because it's not in the best of shape. So just go over it with some new shingles. All right, that's it. Signing off.